Kia ora everybody. It's Sunday, 16th of July. For the last few days, some in the media have been hinting that possibly Winston Peters could be the new Prime Minister after the election. They haven't told you how it's going to happen, but I actually agree with them. It is very possible, and I'm going to tell you why I think that is and how it can happen. Now, on the 23rd of September, National are very unlikely to get 50% of the vote, or more than, won't be able to form a government without somebody. Labour and the Greens will be in the same situation. Together, they're not likely to have 50% of the vote either. But, sitting there in the middle as kingmaker will be New Zealand first, with Winston. Yes, National and New Zealand First will have over 50%, and yes, they can form a government. And yes, it's quite likely, possibly they'll need help from the Māori Party, but quite likely New Zealand First with Labour and the Greens will also have over 50% and can form a government. National, they will offer Winston Deputy Prime Minister, plus cabinet ministers. That's a given. It happened in 1996 when I was part of New Zealand First and fortunate and privileged to become a minister myself. So National, Bill English will have no problem agreeing and offering Deputy Prime Minister plus cabinet ministers for New Zealand First. Not a problem. Andrew Little will come along, supported by the Greens. Yes, Winston, we will also make you Deputy Prime Minister and give you cabinet ministers. We'll match what the national government are offering. But Winston's going to say, nah, sorry bro. That's my price. I will go into coalition with you guys, but I am going to be the Prime Minister. Otherwise, no deal. Andrew Little, he'll be outraged. He'll say, no, that can't happen. You know, we Labour, we got the most seats out of you guys. We got more than the Greens and more than you. Therefore, I'm the leader of Labour, then I am to be the Prime Minister. But see, Winston holds all the cards. Yeah, you do have more seats than me, Mr. Little. But your problem, Mr. Little, is I've already been offered Deputy Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers with National. Guaranteed. I've got that already. Why do I need to go in with you and the Greens? I mean, the Greens call me racist. You probably agree with them. So why should I go with you guys? I will go with you guys. I will put you in government, but I'm going to be the Prime Minister. So here's the problem for Labour. All those Labour MPs have been out there for 9 years in opposition. And let me tell you, when you're in opposition, you are irrelevant. You just sit there yelling and screaming and crying, but you have no influence. And those MPs in Labour who've been out there for a long time in the opposition benches, they don't want to stay there for 12 years. Will they roll Andrew Little? I bet they do. I bet you $1 today, they do. Can't afford more than $1. So, to get the numbers, that will be the price. Winston will be the Prime Minister. And the Greens, yeah, it'll come back to them. Party of principles. But you know, they've been in opposition now for 18 long years, never in sight of government. And finally, they can get into government, they can get those limousines, they can make policies, they can be relevant, as long as they agree for Winston to be the Prime Minister. Yeah. If they don't do it, well, they're stupid. So, we'll see. It's about 80 odd days to go. Finally, last comment. As some of you are aware, my great disappointment, I had hoped the Māori Party and the Mana Party would come under a combined list, under a combined Māori unity umbrella. They haven't, they're on separate lists. And unfortunately, the Mana Party I don't believe is going anywhere. Sad. Māori Party, at best, they'll retain Tuariki seat. They should do that. They may or may not get enough to get Marama back in. But that's about it. And that's sad. I mean, they said they've done their thing with the lists. Hey, bro, all you're doing is organising your deck chairs on the Titanic. I don't care if you're on the 4th deck or the 19th deck, the damn thing's still going to sink. However, after this election, let's hope we can get together and ensure that by 2020 we do get that tahi tātou Māori umbrella of unity, because I am tired of seeing our Māori MPs being accountable back to Pākehā, to a Pākehā structure, because with Anaya and Penny and Calvin, Reno, etc., like it or not, they are ultimately accountable back to Pākehā, not to Māori. And I'm not bagging them. They're good MPs, they work hard, they're irrelevant in opposition, but for me it's an issue of should be Māori from Māori and not Māori reporting back to Andrew Little. I'm not opposed to Andrew in this sense, it's just I'm tired of seeing Māori MPs accountable to Pākehā. Anyway, that's the thought for the day. We'll see what happens in September. But I'm predicting Winston will be the Prime Minister. Kia ora.